seems like they could be a lot higher if they would just win their 2 team fights that were extremely crucial. I would almost think that they could be in the lead right now if they won those 2 team fights because of the amount of kill points that they would have had, plus the placements too. It's more about the positioning that they sacrificed, and they worked so hard to get to that spot when a team like South State's been able to execute on their positioning, and that's the big difference right now, and it's basically a 20-point difference between those 2 teams. But absolute units, they've been absolutely contested almost every single game. This seems to be a little bit more chill, though.
Here we are on board with Rare Excellence, and we're talking about their loot, of course, in game number 2 and game number 3. Constantly walking out with golds, and this is exactly why. They're the team that are playing over at Trials, and so far it's just the one purple for his Watson as he calls in some more Prowlers. We'll see what they pick up in just a moment, but it looks like we do have some ring information, so let's go ahead and bring that up as he just plays some PvE for now.
Yeah, and showing you how it's done. You just back off towards the door and finish them off and see what kind of loot he gets throughout all of this. Again, they've been blessed with some seriously good stuff. And there's the gold bag, the gold helmet. Going to have another purple armor here. And then they're probably going to find some more stuff along the way too. So let's see if we look at some of the teams that are rotating or possibly fighting on the other side of the map, or at least go through some of these teams that are sitting over towards first place. I'd be interested to see what South State's doing, where they land, or what kind of loot that they're going to get. Also, where the zone's going to be is going to be big for these rotations.
Yeah, we're about a minute and 25 seconds before the zone starts closing in. So let's go ahead and take a look at the map to see where this one pulls. As Rare Excellence, it looks like they'll continue their loop path, and the west side of Skyhook is completely free for them. So they pick that up, and they just have everything they could ask for, really, especially for a squad that wants to be team fighting, that wants to be taking these fights up against whoever they can here on the edges. The purple armor, of course, we do have a second one still in trials for Kyun to pick up if he can't find anything along the way. So they're still sitting pretty, not double gold pretty, but still, this is a great situation for them to be in. They are, of course, currently, I believe, our second place team right now. They have been fairly consistent as well. Team Season, though, find themselves in a fight. They already got the first knock on to Z. Davis as Klein backs away with that Q. Barrels are being popped on the other side. Flashpoint tried to get involved in this as well, but they are now making their way on through, dropping down to the low ground, also getting naded and scanned. So they're not able to come in for the third party here. They are still playing on the low ground. They have to be careful, and there we go. We have a better idea of where this ring goes, and it looks like it might be going down to the southeast here. So Dome in play, Lava City quite possibly in play as well. As Wally Catchers find themselves in a fight. Stink forced back right now as Kodagami is stuck behind a rock trying to play some loop-de-loop here, but it's Team Superior who have a huge HP advantage up against them. Prodigy Aces still hasn't healed up yet. He's got that gold armor, so he can reset quickly as Mr. Greek God has taken so much damage. He goes down. Rakanishu with that flatline will take him out, and they do want to continue to push this advantage, but they haven't cleared their back. Kodagami tries to swing, but Rakanishu is there to cover Prodigy Aces, and now Stink is left on his own to try and back away here. Team Superior will pick up 2 early game kills.
We got to hit the mini map so we could see why these teams are fighting and what the rotations, what the whole purpose of all these fights are for, so we can see exactly what these teams are thinking. So much different area of this is in the zone. It really could basically be anywhere. Smile is going to go and looks like finish off a kill over towards the side. I think that was, and there we do see it. And this is going to be a very interesting zone. This can still go a lot of different ways, but it's going to be primarily back towards this Lava City Dome area. It could be that zone again where we see TSM play a lot, and that's why there's so many fights happening over towards these choke areas. Pickles looks like they want to get aggressive towards this beacon building. The big massive shots are going to connect, but you don't want to mess with Rakanishu. Prodigy Aces is there as well. 51 for Crunch, but that's on gold armor, and they know the situation here. Armor swap's going to come through. He's stuck over towards the bottom. Rakanishu going to just fly through and easily be able to clean this one up anytime. Still even has his bubble throughout all this too, so nice job by Ken, but just not going to be enough in a 3 versus 1 situation. MST, it looks like they're going to finish off Smile after Smile had a hot start winning a couple team fights. So after seeing the leaderboard, Jamerson, everybody realizing how much they have to do to catch up to South State, and they're not going to try to take this to chance in the game number 5. They're trying to get it done in game number 4.
Yeah, for our middle of the pack teams right now who are floating around the 18 to 24 point range, they know they need 2 big games in a row. They can't just take a dub with maybe 3 or 4 kills. They need to hit the 20s here at these, as MST does get scanned by the squad inside thermal. Six just backs away off of this one, but Pander's got cracked. He got hit huge for the 150. It's Seamus now trying to push in, advancing, but Dank goes too far. Six with that G7 scout takes out G7 Dank as Sumo tries to hold the line now, but he has to back away himself. Did some decent damage, slowing them down at the very least. See, maybe Dane can try and reconnect to the squad. The portal has been used here, but now Six will not let him get away. That's going to be another kill point. Going on over towards MST. Shame Assist are still stuck out over here inside Harvester, as Holiday has taken that high ground to heal up, but he's only got the syringes, so it's going to be a little while before he can try to get back into this one. Does have his Q up, but Sumo takes so much damage on the cross. And MST might try to full send it off of this one. They know they have the man advantage. They know they did a lot of damage to Sumo as well. But they're giving him time to full heal up at this point. As Holiday drops back down to reconnect to try and fight this as a duo at the very least. Arc starts to slow things down as they completely back away. There's no chance for them to recover this banner now.
And I'm glad to see MST playing like this because Six is probably one of the strongest 3 versus 3 skirmishers that we have in here next to Sync, and you're seeing exactly why the massive shots are going to connect. This is great for South State while all this is happening because the more players that get eliminated, the more passive they can play while the rest of this unfolds. And Dog Eat Dog here is Absolute Units getting into a little bit of a fight. Oh, Wizzy. Wiz is going to get the knock onto Sir Lifts, but looks like they do have the high ground here, so I'm not sure why Sir Lifts is even getting knocked to begin with. Looks like he may have accidentally fell throughout all of that. They're desperately trying to get the res. Sleepy Panda maybe should have portaled his boy out through all this, and that's exactly what he does now. But that allows Breakfast Club to heal. Clamor going to come up for Wizzy. He's trying to find a second knock throughout all this. The portal, and I believe knock shield is still down there for Clips a lot, so he's not going to be able to get back up quite yet. Bathroom Ninja going to have to hold him off. He does a great job, but looks like it's a 2 versus 1 now. Sleepy Panda, it's up to him. I think he's going to be able to win this one out unless Nades can pull this one off.
Oh boy, here's an Arc Star. He gets the armor swap, but he gets peeked at the right time as well. Almost getting the re-knock, but here comes We Know Shroud with the third party to pick that one up. The Breakfast Club are now out along with Absolute Units, I believe. We're down to 12 squads remaining, 32 players here in the second zone, and this is the most action-packed early game we've had so far of tonight's games. And this is typically representative of what happens as we get into the later stages of our qualifiers, when teams know they need these massive games. And here we go, the ring information. It is pulling down over towards Dome. Very similar ring to what we had in game number 1. And this time around, Flashpoint are the team that have full control over Dome.
Not only that, but they have the OP out of zone scan that they could hit behind them over and over again with the crypto drone. So that's going to be extremely powerful. Surprisingly, South State is very late on the rotation, and they may end up getting into a fight that they weren't really anticipating, because at this point you expect all the teams to be inside. Team Superior, they're looking to fight inside here, knowing that they want to get some kill points. Will they be able to get any type of initial damage? It's really up to Prodigy Aces with the gold armor. He's going to take a little bit of Tigger caustic gas. Costs him 1 syringe throughout all this. The best thing to do here would most likely play the roof, but with the caustic, you can't really just run inside. Joey Blackout goes and hits the scans. That's going to show where those players are. But Joey Blackout's not in an area to go and help. All he can do is chuck a couple nades there. So Prodigy Aces and Rakinishu basically fighting a 2 versus 3 inside.
It is allowing them to at least walk them down and try and corner them a little bit. Here's the Beast of the Hunt getting popped. Rakinishu gets the first knock now. It's going to be the 3v2. Flashpoint losing out on the 1. They try to go for that res as he goes for the wide swing on in. Hits for the gold with that Eva 8. Almost gets that knock as he pops that can one more time. Joey Blackout will take out helping. There goes Kubski, and Team Superior on the verge of taking another team fight in. They're still playing this one out cautiously here. They will be able to finish off Flashpoint, and Team Superior are on a roll here, taking, what is this, 3 team fights in a row, and now they have the priority building in this zone.
What a methodical play coming in. dropping Flashpoint, who won the previous game. That's not easy to do, but Panthers is going to get a knock onto Sync, one of our other teams that are sitting in that top 5, top 6 area. And Sync, again, one of those players just like Six, who's just so nasty in these very fast-paced games. Speaking of Six, he's going to get knocked by turn, so this is a big fight. Give me Neutron, last player alive. MST going to be able to take that fight. Is there the third party, though?
Ooh.
Pride and South State now on the rotation are there. They know one player's down. They hear the res. Scan is going to come through, but Pride's not even concerned about that. You have Bronzy sniping over towards the back. Portal's been placed. One player's still down. That player is also fleshed. Defensive bombardment comes through, but again, Pride still not concerned. Bubble also popped over towards the other side. This is not looking good for MST. South State on the ball right now. Zone is going to be moving too, so he's going to be forced into the zone right there. They're going to be thirsty for that red armor as Pride just waiting for the rest of his team to go and heal up before they push this one.
Oh boy, and they are now pushing out from the zone. Here comes the Thermite as well. Pride has taken a lot of damage, and he will go down to Panders. There's the bubble. As Bronzy falls, Panders coming up huge now with this Mastiff. And oh my god, MST survived. What a clutch play coming out from Metro and Panders there. There's the bubble to get him up as well. MST have found so many kill points. They recover. Six is still alive. They don't need to use the respawn on him as well. MST are having a massive game number 4 now.
We may have just seen a possible turn of events and turn of momentum here as MST takes down South State, the team sitting in first place. Now, if MST can finish this game, they are going to skyrocket in the standings and be the one team that's going to be able to contest towards this final game number 5. But that's great for the rest of this lobby now. Everybody stands a chance. One of those teams is the team sitting in second place, Rare Excellence, just waiting for their opportunity to go and get these placement points again. This is a very fast-paced game. We've seen about maybe 14, 15 teams going into zone number 4 and 5. We already are down to less than 10, sitting at 9, as Prodigy Ace is still involved with another fight. He finds one onto Cheesy Potato.
Absolute units, though, trying to make a push on to MST currently, but joining on board with Team Superior. They've already lost out on 1. They've lost out on 2. It's all up to Joey Blackout in the Z proficiency. Definitely proficient with that Mastiff, as Joey Blackout with the EVA 8 finally trades on back, but the damage has been done. He backs away to heal up with that battery, but he never got the thirst. And so he does have to contend with this Gibraltar getting in his way. It's a 1v1, as you can see on the other side. They've gone down as well. You might try to bait him out with the res, and that is what he's doing. Might be the full stick as well. He'll be able to get him up for free.
Shocked that he allowed to get the res right there. He's kind of torn between getting the res himself or not, and now it's a 2 versus 1 situation with gray armor. Not what you were looking for. Huge plays there coming in from Joey Blackout, winning the 2 versus 1, getting Rakanishu and flipping it back to a 2 versus 1 of their own. We're seeing huge plays from these teams after they saw South State get eliminated. They know this is their time to try to make it in. There's 1 spot left, and we're coming down to the last game after this. So game number 4 means so much here as we see what MSC is doing. They're in another fight this time on the bottom of the bridge area. Looks like they got a Wraith out of position. That's Sleepy Panda. Add another kill onto MST. Team Superior and MST just putting on a clinic this game.
Yeah, between both these squads, you have to imagine a good third, 2/3 of the lobby was killed between these. As I believe, who was it? Prodigy Ace or Rakanishu were sitting as the kill leader with 6. We got Joey Blackout with 2 currently. And so this is a massive game for both Team Superior and MST, especially heading into game number 5. After this, putting them into position to really contend for first place now. Remember, this is our final spot left to become a partnered team in Series E, along with having the additional chances to win more money every week as we compete throughout Season 2. It's Rare Excellence on the other side now, having their go at Team Superior. They try to push in with that bubble. Big
coming through. Yes, the call from Rakinishu to push in, but Rakinishu, surprisingly, as he is typically the MVP of these fights, didn't really do much. It was Prodigy Aces coming through with nasty, nasty shots, massive after massive. Joey Blackout with this purple Bolt Eva 8 has been doing work, and you just don't expect a team with the scout in these type of situations to go and take these close range fights, but that's exactly what they did. They're confident enough to go and do so, but also they realize the situations they have so many points to go and make up here. As another knock from MST is going to come on to MNK's Clarify. He's stuck over towards the bottom area. Doesn't look like the res is happening quite yet either. They're going to be able to get the re-knock, so the res did come through. That's going to be 6 getting aggressive. Pander's going to go and answer that too. And that's all 3 players from MNK going down 6 with 8 kills. Panders with 5. We have no idea how many Metro has, but they are just looking so strong right now.
Yeah, we're down to our top 5, 14 players remaining. So one squad playing it out as a duo with 6 is going to go ahead and pop that fort early on, as the scan will come out from Panders, giving them information. They already know there's a squad above them, but now it's about rotating through, having another angle, and it looks like they're just going to head full send through this. They have to be careful. They do have caustic barrels to contend with here. They haven't popped them and cleared them quite yet. The team has dropped down to try and completely avoid them, giving up the high ground to MST, who are now making the rotate in. Zone is closing with 30 seconds left to go here, and so MST are in the mad scramble with the team to their back as well. Anders is taking a lot of damage, but they take the time to spray down one. Stink and Mr. Greek God are out. It's our top 4 squads for mating now. It's a full 3v3v3v3 as Metro connects once again with these hemlock shots, but he needs a bubble. They're getting tagged down by Team Superior on this rotate. They do have some cover to work with, but they are now disconnected. Metro with barely a sliver of HP, as 6 will go down once again. It's Rakinishu with that flatline connecting with the anvil shots from long range. Now Team Superior want to get rid of them. They know that they've seen them on the kill feed all game long. EMP on top of MST as well, as Team Superior are in just excellent position to try and close this one out.
That's huge to get that kill, but you still have Metro picking off kills over towards the side. Junior Claw's going to get a knock onto Vayne too. Team Superior recognizing the situation. What a great heads-up play there from Rakinishu, and great anvil shots there with the flat line, but we'll see if they can close this one out. We've seen them over towards the dome landing here, not being able to quite get the dub yet, but now's their opportunity if ever. They own so much real estate over towards this zone. The rest of these squads should be in front of them too, forcing them to fight each other. All of that back towards dome is just completely owned by Team Superior. So it's their game to lose, as Davis Wave going to get the knock and finish on a score. That's going to be bottom 20 getting eliminated. 3 teams left. 2 of them are rats.
And right now, Team Superior are doing a great job of just controlling this complete zone, but they're not going to be able to peek out too wide onto the north side here. Playing this fairly safe. Prodigy Aces is holding down the back line, making sure that, I believe, that's going to be Team Pride to trying to peek on over from the eggshell. They're going to make sure that that angle of attack is going to be cut off with the zone closing in. Pride, though, they are doing also a great job of keeping every angle checked up on right now. Is it looks like it's just going to come down to the final ring again. It's going to be a 3v3v2 for this final one. MST along with Team Superior and Team Pride. Both MST and Team Superior have put in so much work on this lobby. It almost looks like a kill race between these 2 squads, as Davis took a lot of damage here, and Prodigy Aces might go for the swing as he does connect on to that caustic. They do trade away damage. We have the defensive bombardment going down as well, but nothing quite connecting. Here comes the Arc Stars. They're trying to apply full pressure onto this 3-man. They force out the bubble from Team Pride currently. This Team Superior still doing an excellent job of controlling the map for now, but they back away to play this one a little bit more cautiously. They cannot, of course, underestimate the duo that's on the other side of this, who have been absolutely fragging out here, as Team Superior again holding this position. But we'll see, as it looks like they want to get aggressive. Rakinishu pushing up with that bubble now. He does have that massive up, the climb up. He's been tagged, almost cracked. Joey Blackout nearly goes down as well. And they are backing up off of this, and just in time, but here comes the counter bubble from the other side as MST are trying to full commit. Joey Blackout will go down to Metro, and with that hit and run attack, they'll back away to the other side.
Super crazy plays coming in from MST. The portal play also from Prodigy Aces, very heads up. We'll see if they can get one more Bloodhound scan. Bubble comes up in 1 second. It's going to be used by Rakadishu just in time. Zone closing here in about 6 seconds, and looks like he's going to have the gold bag too, rightfully so, because they've been able to pop off for quite some time. But you saw the thought process from Rakadishu, but Joey Blackout just got completely lit up by the enemy Bloodhound. And now they're just doing whatever they can to survive. They are going to have to make a play around the eggshell, though, without a portal. So this is going to be a very interesting play. They elect to go right into some caustic gas, though. That's not the play. MST is going to be able to answer this with a third party from the left-hand side.
Yeah, they're coming in. They're creeping up from behind once again, but Mass is doing so much damage. Pride took almost no damage. That's the armor swap, so it's going to be a full 2v3. Pride fully healthy, basically. Mass has lost a little bit in terms of HP. There's the bubble going down along with the defensive bombardment, pushing up Davis with that PK connecting, takes out Panders, and it will be Team Pride to steal away game number 4 from both MST and Team Superior, who are absolutely fragging out.
Game number 5 is going to be interesting. We basically have 3 to 4, maybe 5 teams that could go and take first place after South State got eliminated early, but it's again Team Superior not able to finish it off. Unfortunately, they couldn't force the duo into the trio right there. And then MST, just ridiculous amount of aggression, getting tons of kill points, plus the placement points to boot towards the end with the